Hi guys, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is an audio podcast. By the way, excuse me, my voice is little low, but you can manage it. Yeah, yesterday the results were out. Today is 22nd July 2022, and many students are eagerly waiting for the next examination, that is November 2022 exam. And in this podcast, I'm talking about few important things that you need to make up yourself in order to ready for November exam. Yes, I know, like many of us have failed in exams, and some of us were writing for the first time in the November, and especially those who did not get a positive result in the yesterday's result. Some of them were really disappointed, and they were in dilemma, especially how to start next for the November exams. And they were still in summer, in dilemma regarding should I go for re-verification, recounting, all that. So I'm talking about all these issues. A few minutes, so listen to this till the end. Now, the first thing, regarding recounting or re-verification, first be clear that there is no revaluation. Only thing available with the institute is re-verification. What they'll do is they once again re-verify your answer sheet, whether is there any answer which is not valued, or whether any answer is valued but marks were not given, or whether any answer is valued, marks were also given but they were not considered in the total counting, or valued, marks were given, they considered in counting but there was a counting mistake. So these four categories of mistakes, if there in your answer sheet, once again institute will re-verify your paper and add on that particular marks. So if you're very confident that your paper was not verified properly, like some answers would have not been valued, that is the reason why I got these many low marks. If you think like that, you can go for re-verification. I think the charge for re-verification is 100 rupees per paper. I don't know exactly what is the price right now. I think it's a very nominal charge. And those of you who think you did very well in exam and you also got, let us assume, very good marks, I recommend you to get your certified copy, because that will help many other your friends how to present in the exam. And if you think that you did very well but somehow your marks was not good, get certified copies so that you figure out where the mistake exactly went. That's about my advice regarding recounting, re-verification, all that. Right. Now coming to the big question which everyone is asking: how should I plan my November 2022 exam? How should I plan my preparation? First of all, many of us, knowingly or unknowingly, now has become very, very dependent on some guide. You know, honestly, when we were studying, we never ask anybody. We never ask any of our senior. We never ask any of our faculties or anybody, so how to plan, how to study. Nothing. Even if we ask what they tell, start studying, by you will get everything. So this is the kind of reply we receive. So we start preparing on our own. First of all, we start preparing without worrying a lot, and that is why even 10 years ago or 7 8 years ago, with minimum resources, because we do not worry a lot about what next, we calmly work and go to the exam, present well, get the result, and start our journey in the professional career. But what is happening in the current right now, especially those of you in your generation, the worry factor, you know most of the students are worrying a lot. What they need to do, they need to work, but rather working, what they're doing, they're worrying a lot. How to plan, how should we think this time, how should I do things differently so that I'll not repeat the same mistake. First, always remember, you need to first figure out your mistake. Just before this podcast, I just uploaded another video, podcast related one. Know your mistake, identify the root cause. There is a video. You just watch that. Some insight you might get into. So now what students, many of them are doing, they're worrying a lot how to plan, which book to refer. Most of the time, 80% of their time or productive time, they're only putting it on planning rather than execution. I know you opened this video or audio podcast by looking at this image, plan November 2022, thinking that I'm going to give you a study plan. Sorry to disappoint you. I should tell you that I'm not giving any study plan because I have given many study plans earlier. You can check my YouTube channel. Strategy, preparation strategy, Harsha. If you just type like this in YouTube, you'll get so many videos of my preparation strategy. That is enough. You watch that, that's enough. At what, at max, what do we tell me? At max, what do we speak about? Like now, July month. Ignore this month. Anyhow, last only 8 or 9 days. I think these days is required for you to, recover yourself from the result. So hardly you're having effectively 3 months. If you are a group 2 student for November exams, you're having another extra 1 week. So hardly you're having 90 to 100 days time. So how to plan within these 90 to 100 days? If at all you ask me at max, what can I tell you? Every day plan for 10 hours preparation productively, morning, evening, afternoon. For every 1.5 hour, take some at least half an hour break. For every 1.5 hour of preparation, take half an hour break. Afternoon, have some 1.5 hour sleep. Night, you must have at least 6 to 7 hours sleep. Totally in a day, 8 to 9 hours, you need to sleep perfectly and eat timely the food and divide your subjects. How many hours for each subject you need to dedicate, that you need to decide. So like this, I can give you a draft plan, but that will not help you. First understand that. Don't expect somebody will make a plan for you, and that plan, if you just blindly follow, you will qualify. No, you must have an overview of how things work. You're having 3 months time, and you know which group you want to write in the exam in the November. Maybe you want to write both the groups, or maybe you want to write single group, whatever, but you have some clarity. Getting it, which one you want to write. Now you assess independently for each subject how many chapters were there. For each chapter, how many hours of preparation required for me. Now, once again, you need to observe that. You can't expect somebody to give you the plan. And if you keep on relying on somebody, somebody will give you a plan which may not suitable for you. I'm telling you, the study plans which we generally give will not be suitable for 50% of the students. You know that? For 50% of the students, it is not at all suitable at all. For 50, it is suitable, but it is something that they can't implement properly. So you need to design your own plan. Kindly don't misunderstand me. I want you to believe in yourself. First, believe in yourself, trust yourself, have confidence on yourself. You are not trusting you. That is a main drawback. That is a main problem. Remember, just because you failed, that doesn't mean you did something wrong. Sometimes, and not sometimes, most of the times we fail not because we did something wrong, but because we did not do what it requires. The minimum effort we didn't give. The minimum effort we didn't keep. Only those who didn't give minimum effort, majority of them will fail, will fall under the failure category. That is not something they failed out of the process. That is something because they did not follow the process, first of all. So trust in yourself. First and foremost thing is be confident in yourself. Don't think somebody will come and save you. Don't think somebody will give you a plan. No. And even now, like now, some of you are having some dilemma, especially my CA inter students who follow me, especially. You know, should I go for test series or should I go for coaching classes or what? Which one? You can see the recent papers when you saw. You know, majority of the questions when student is trying to read the question itself, he understood something, that concept is not aware of him. I mean, he is not aware of that concept, which means it's not something, a problem with your practice. Last time, most of the students were able to answer within 1.5 hour itself the paper because they couldn't answer more than that. So it's not about writing practice which you need. It's about the conceptual command. It's about your thought process. It's about the conceptual clarity you need. If you think the conceptual clarity is missing, You want to face at any level of challenge, in the upcoming exam, any level the paper comes. If you think conceptually a little weak, you can go for coaching classes. Select some very good institute where they absolutely give so much predominant importance to coaching. Getting it? If you think I am unable to write exam properly, I know all the questions, I know all the answers, but somehow the time was not sufficient for me to answer the questions. And somehow you're writing very slowly. If you think this is the problem, then go and attempt for mock test, not for chapter wise exam. That and all is a big business and gambling. Attend mock test. Mock test need to attend twice. For all four papers of a group, you need to write two times mock test. So one time you need to write mock test after 1.5 month of preparation. Another time you need to write mock test another time, like after in the last month of preparation. And finally you go to the final exam and you'll definitely do perform well. So that's it. So don't disappoint that I'm not talking about the plan. You can just search preparation strategies, see Harsha. You'll find so many videos in YouTube. They will definitely help you a lot to design your preparation, all that. I spoke about cumulative revision. I spoke about preparation strategy in previously. Now I don't want to speak about the same because same stuff I can give once again, not different stuff. And even if somebody tells you that preparation strategy for November, don't tempt. You can see the previous videos or anybody, the same content will be there, no new content. What is required right now is you need to believe in yourself. First thing, you need to believe in yourself, you need to trust yourself, you must have confidence. If at all you have confidence, and first start work. First of all, start working. Instead of worrying, start working. Take some 3 5 days gap after the result, then immediately start working. Stop worrying. First start working. Take book, start reading, finish one chapter. You will frame your own plan naturally. I'm telling you. You don't even look for anybody else support. You don't need any external aid. I hope I gave you some positive spirit. Yeah. So take this as a supportive message to you, and do well. One more line. Once again, I'm repeating this. Believe in yourself. That's it. All the best. Have a nice day.